In the morning, it's Northeast PA's Classic Rock. Picture this. You're there waiting all afternoon into the early evening, waiting to see one of your idols that since before you were even born, maybe, I don't know, the lights go down, he comes strutting out on stage, the crowd is going nuts, and you're there, and you didn't pay a dime for the tickets. That can happen, man. Ringo Starr and his all-star band happening at Bethel Woods Center for the Arts at the site of the 1969 Historic Woodstock Festival. The show is Friday, September 25th, and I got your chance to win a free pair of tickets. We're going to play a game called Ringo's Ringtones. I play a ringtone of a song that Ringo played on. You guess it, you win. Now, I'm going to do a sample. It will not be a song that Ringo played on, but a ringtone of a song, so if you know this, you'll be able to play the game. And if you're like, yeah, Prospector, that's Blur, that song too. Dude, you are ready to roll. Here is the one you got to listen for. It's Ringo's Ringtone. You got to know this song. You want to go see Ringo Starr September 25th at Bethel Woods? Get on the rock lines, 1-888-ROCK-107, 1-888-762-5107, and tell me that song. We are playing Ringo's Ringtones for your chance to win tickets to see Ringo at Bethel Woods. That's the ringtone you need to know. We're onto the rock lines. Rock 107, do you want to play Ringo's Ringtones? You know that song?
Yellow Submarine?
Yeah, too easy, wasn't it?
Yeah, way too easy, Prospector. Way too easy.
What's your name?
Brian.
Brian, you're going to go check out the icon, Ringo Starr and his all-star band, September 25th, Bethel Woods. You're there from Rock 107.
I appreciate it.
Happy to do it. More chances to play Ringo's Ringtone all week for your chances to get tickets to see him at Bethel Woods on Friday, September 25th from Rock 107. Good morning. Show here on Rock 107 in your bedroom. Man, it used to let everybody know everything they needed to know about you, right? Before social media, before, profile pictures and all that kind of stuff, people would just walk in your bedroom when you were a kid and they'd be like, oh, they see what's on your walls, on your posters, and they knew. Like mine was an 80s rock museum of like Motley Crue and Def Leppard and Scorpions and AC/DC and Quiet Riot and, those kind of things. What posters were hanging on your bedrooms, what we want to know. You can hit us up, open mic on the Rock 107 app. Call or text the Rock lines, 1-888-ROCK-107. And social media, Mike says, Farrah Fawcett stayed on my wall way longer than it should have. Okay, I get it. Michael Jordan texted in, I wanted to be like Mike, so I had Jordan on the wall. And Jen says, new kids on the block, don't judge me. Too late, Jen. Already am. Out of the rock lines, what was on your walls, those posters as a teenager? Rock 107.
Back in the 70s, I had Raquel Welch, and she was wearing that Boy Scout uniform on my wall.
Ooh, I know. I never had that poster, but I know the picture, man.
Oh, yeah.
Very nice. No bands, just Raquel.
Yeah, you got it. This Raquel Welch.
Rock 107.
Hey, listen, I had a poster of Steve McQueen on his motorcycle during the scene from The Great Escape.
That's pretty cool, man. Where'd you get that poster?
I forget. It was too long ago. But it was by far my favorite poster. I had music posters, too. But that poster was my favorite. It's right before he decides he's going to jump over the barbed wire fence.
That actually is a really cool poster. Logan saying Metallica, the Black Era album on my Facebook. Texted in Bon Jovi, Slippery When Wet. Now I wonder if it's the album cover, which is kind of blah, or like the girls with the yellow T-shirts that says Slippery When Wet, which I totally would get. And Rob, Bo Jackson with the shoulder pads and bat. That was a cool poster, too, dude. What was on your walls as a teenager, Rock 107?
Well, let's see. I had a giant Rush poster. I had a giant Led Zeppelin poster, a Farrah Fawcett poster, and a dead-end sign.
Was this a legit dead-end sign? One you stole?
You got it, my friend.
What posters were on your wall when you were growing up, that teenage bedroom? That's what I want to know, Rock 107.
I have Jimi Hendrix. It's on my office wall.
Nice.
I'm James. And admitted I was a nom when he died, so I spelled my name Jimi, and each one of my children's names ends in I.
A fitting tribute to Jimi Hendrix there, I guess. Yeah, Lamborghini, Chris says on Facebook.com/angryprospector. Couldn't afford one then? Still can't now. Text it in, Patrick Swayze. Tina says, Patrick Swayze from Dirty Dancing on my wall. Again, I get that. I see where you're going. Rock 107, what posters were on your teenage wall as, a kid in the bedroom?
Hey, Prospector.
Yeah.
Farrah Fawcett and Cheryl Teague I used to have on my wall.
Now, Farrah Fawcett, that's the poster we all know with the striped towel and all that behind her. Which was the Cheryl Teague's poster?
Oh, she was in a pink bathing suit walking out of the water.
Gerard from Tunkhannock, checking down the rock lines. What posters did you have on the wall as a kid?
Prospector, good morning. I had Farrah Fawcett.
Yeah.
And I love automobiles, so American Graffiti.
So the movie American Graffiti, I get that. That's cool. Got a text in on the rock lines. Samantha Fox. Most teenagers in the mid to late 80s had a Samantha Fox poster. Well, maybe teenage boys, yeah. And Mark saying, Pamela Anderson. My parents pretended not to notice.
Life's pretty tough right now. There's plenty of bad news, but it's not all bad. It's time for the brighter side of Prospector on Rock 107.
A 16-year-old from Florida created a hurricane preparedness program after realizing schools in her area weren't teaching students how to stay safe during storms. Her name is Elise Roll, and she was inspired by the impact of Hurricane Irma. She developed a program called Storm Smart, which covers everything from emergency kits, storm safety, and disaster prep.
Thanks. We needed that. The brighter side of Prospector on Rock 107.
You don't realize how old someone felt until Hollywood makes them young. It's the Prospector Show on Rock 107, filling up at the Exxon in Bull's Head before heading into work. Good morning, I'm Prospector. There's a new movie called Young Washington, and George Washington is just 22 years old in it. That means she's basically Gen Z. So here are the top 5 signs George Washington is a member of Gen Z. Here we go. Number 5, he had to have the Declaration of Independence read to him because he can't read cursive. Top 5 signs George Washington is a member of Gen Z. Number 4, Mount Vernon is a rental. Number 3, he had to pay out of pocket for his wooden teeth because he didn't have insurance. Top 5 signs George Washington is a member of Gen Z. Number 2, his wig has 4 more payments left on Klarna. And the number 1 sign George Washington is a member of Gen Z, he never actually chopped down a cherry tree. Instead, he watched an influencer do it online. There you have it.
Or does Pennsylvania have a budget yet?
Shockingly, after only, 12 or 13 days, unlike last year where it went 130, yeah, we do have one.
This has been, does Pennsylvania have a budget yet? Rock 107.
One of the biggest myths we've all been sold is this, that there's no such thing as enough money. No matter what you make, you're supposed to chase more. It's Prospector on Rock 107. As you start another week of chasing that cheese, think about this. When is enough enough? Rosie O'Donnell actually had an answer. Somebody told her she had $100 million in the bank while she was hosting one of the biggest daytime shows on TV. And instead of thinking, well, how do I turn that into $200 million? She thought, well, that's it, I'm done. Not because ratings dropped, not because she got fired, but because she reached a point where she didn't think another dollar would make her life any better. And she even turned down another deal reportedly worth another $100 million in 2 years because she'd rather sit at her kids' softball games and school plays. That reminds me of my younger brother. After his heart transplant, he changed TV stations. He's a meteorologist. And they kept offering him more money if he'd do more shows. But he turned it down. Not because he didn't want the money, but because he thought that money's not going to change my life. But being home for dinner with my kids will. He already figured out what enough looked like. And yeah, I admire that. I may never get there myself, but I admire it. We've become a culture that acts like enough is never enough. You finally buy the house. Well, now you need a bigger house. You finally get that promotion, better start chasing that next promotion. You finally retire, and now you're wondering, should I have worked a couple more years? The finish line just keeps moving. They move the goalposts. Now, don't get me wrong. Somebody wants to hand me $100 million. I'm not going to make it awkward, okay? But if I ever get to the point where I never have to worry about paying bills again, well, you'll probably find me eating pancakes at Church Street Cafe around 9 on a Tuesday morning with my wife, Tara. Then maybe heading to the Bronx for a Yankees day game, enjoying long walks with my wonderful dog, Puka. And I'll tell you, I'd be smiling because I'll never have to remember another password either for the rest of my life. Turns out my dream life is a lot cheaper than I expected. And honestly, I think that's a pretty good thing. It's time to have a little fun on the phones. Good morning. It's Prospector Show on Rock 107. I'm Prospector, and it's time to make a Prospector prank call. We're going to be calling a guy at a turf company. You know, they install like AstroTurf and different turfs on things like that because we need him to resurface one of our enclosures where we keep cats. But, you know, big cats like tigers. And, yeah, I'm going to let him know that the tigers are going to be in the cage while he's doing the work. It's another Prospector prank call on Rock 107.
Turf Masters is Jorge.
Yeah, hi. My name's Rick. I wanted to see if you could tell me the basic cost for like 3 concrete slabs to have you lay some turf on those. They're 11 by 14 feet.
So you want 11 by 14 concrete slab, right?
Yeah, 3 concrete slabs, 11 by 14.
What kind of turf are you looking for?
Just the basic. It's going to be like outdoors. So, you know, just like your most basic model.
Yeah, we got a full grass after rug we could do.
Okay, and what would that run me, 11 by 14?
Well, for your basic material, well, it's going to run you $400. So we could probably do it under $2,000.
Okay, yeah, that sounds good. And then I got a couple of quick questions. Do you have any cat allergies?
No cat allergies.
Okay, great. How long do you think it would take you to do the whole install?
Well, about 3 hours, an hour apiece.
Yeah, see, that's tough. Because I can only have you in the enclosure for about an hour, maybe 2 hours max, because that's feeding time, right?
Feeding time.
Oh, yeah. For when you get in the enclosure, like we like to have you do the install right after feeding time, because that's the time when the cats are their most docile and there's like the least opportunity for any kind of incident or anything like.
Wait, what do you mean, cat?
I'm sorry, I didn't tell you. We're Savannah Sanctuary. We're an exotic cat sanctuary. So we take in, you know, troubled, abandoned tigers, snow leopards, cheetahs, pumas, more exotic cats, and we have them enclosed.
Hold on. What do you mean about big cats?
All right, so we have 3 enclosures. Each have different cats in them that we're rescuing. So, like, right after feeding time, we'll get them up on their perch. That's usually when they're the most relaxed. We can have you come in at that point and lay the turf down while they're up on the perch.
So you're telling me that I'm going to be by myself inside that cage?
Well, yes and no. Like,
big cat.
You're not going to be alone.
I'm going to go by myself.
We'll have a trainer outside the cage to install the turf.
And the guy's going to be outside the cage. And I'm going to go inside the cage.
You can do it in an hour. Like, that's why we feed them right before. Like I said, we have a trainer there.
I feel kind of safe being with the big cat inside the cage.
With a straight device, he's able to, if anything happens, he would jump in and intervene.
Really don't trust this thing, you know, like I signed.
Like, you only see when things go wrong. 99% of the time, they go right. If one of the cat approaches you, you just push his head away and be like, get out of here. It's going to be, very safe.
So how do you think this thing is going to be safe for me?
Look, I'm alive, and I'm in there all the time, dude.
I think I'm going to be safe to install.
Come on, man.
No,
come on.
Thank you, man. I'm out.
Dude, you're not even brave enough to get in the cage with a kitty cat.
Oh, don't talk to me like that. I'll kick your ass. There's no money in this world that could pay me that.
There's shirtless men in Vegas shows that have more cojones than you, all right?
Well, how about this, man? I'll go down there and I'll show you the cojones.
I don't need to see them, okay?
Where are you at, man? I'll show you what
I'm right at the corner of Phone Prank and Prosy.
What?
You couldn't fight your way out of a phone prank.
What? Is this for real?
No, man, it's a Prospector prank call.
Oh, man. Dude, am I on the radio right now?
Prospector. Yeah, you're on Rock 107 right now.
Wow, man.
Come on, you're not going to get in the cage?
No, I couldn't get it, man. Come on, especially with the big tiger.
Don't be a baby.
I'm fighting the dude, man, but I'm not going to take a tiger.
Ladies and gentlemen, grab the kids, call your neighbors, and gather around the radio.
It's now time to announce the winner of Prospector's Jam Bag of the Day, as decided by you at rock107.com.
We uncover the most baffling, ridiculous, pathetic, cockeyed, laughable, preposterous blunders in the world of misdeeds. Nominee number 1.
Look, some people have a green thumb, but others have a greedy thumb instead. An antique mall in Kansas is hoping someone recognizes a woman caught on surveillance video digging up decorative plants and driving away with them. The businesses say this isn't the first time it's happened. Last year, they think the same person stole entire planters, so the employees zip-tied them down, but then those got cut. So this year, they chained the planters to the building. I thought that solved the problem, but now, instead of taking the pots, the suspect dug the flowers out by hand and left the empty planters behind. Here's the part that sucks. An employee says he bought colorful plants with his own money and spent months watering and caring for them. Police are still investigating, and hopefully they'll find the plant thief soon.
Nominee number 2.
A party bus can be one way to get where you're going without worrying about being sober. That is, if you're a passenger. A party bus in North Carolina flew out of control and ran into 3 vehicles before crashing into a house early Saturday morning, and it sounds like the driver had joined the party. The driver was a 58-year-old man named Gary Curse, and police say he'd been driving while under the influence and with a revoked license. Thankfully, no one was seriously hurt. One person was taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. Gary is facing a slew of charges, including DWI, reckless driving, 2 counts of injury to real property, and felony injury to utility wires. And yes, he knew he shouldn't be driving. In April, he was also arrested for DWI, and just 2 weeks ago was cited for a hit and run.
And the winner is
the party bus driver who got drunk and crashed the party bus. You're the Yam Bag of the Day, and we'll move on to Friday's Yam Bag of the Week competition. Keep it here for all the nominees for Prospector's Yam Bag of the Day, weekday mornings on Rock 107. That's your Prospector Prime Coats podcast, the stuff we're legally allowed to replay. Thanks for listening, and remember, if you want the full experience, the stuff that almost gets us in trouble with the boss, you gotta wake up with us. Weekday mornings starting at 5:30 on Rock 107.